Hello, hi. Project update. What the hell have I been doing all this time? Well, I have had multiple interviews lately to get. I have to do a lot of studying. Currently, I'm actually studying cloud technology. So I'm reading about a chapter a day in a textbook. I'm studying Java, Ma- Java Enterprise Architect. That is another pain to deal with, but and also I'm studying Scala for machine learning. So it's quite a bit to put up with. But I've been lurking around New York City, um, committing to that. And right now, I've also tried to put some time in this project and pushing forward. I'm actually doing multiple projects right now, and there's a lot of pain to fix with this one because I upgraded the versions of Spring. So it's been quite a pain to work with. So right now, I just fixed an issue, and this is a pretty interesting update actually, because it's quite secure, this entire project. Well, first of all, I separated this project into three separate projects now, so that is something worth noticing now. So each one of these projects right now, like core and data is going to be like a short acronym for database. Database is its own project, core is its own project, and web is its own project. So basically what the web is the front user interface for the project. The database project is pretty much it builds into a library for the actual project, and it can be like the back end, it touches the database and represents the database into models. And the core of the application is where I handle all my business logic, and this is like the library for my main project. So if there's any kind of like complicated logic that I want to build on the project, I do it over here. So it builds into a library for my actual web UI. And in my web UI is much more simpler now. I only have a controller and resource pages pretty much, and and just basic properties that I'm using for the project. So it's just like three packages in the web. We have the contracts for the models and the repository for the data, and the core will have all the base packages it'll be the contracts, which is like the blueprints, the factories, the properties, the security, the service, and the utilities. So basically everything you would need to build the core library of the project. So in here, let's go in. So right here, I did an update, a pretty interesting, pretty cool update. Right now, I'm using Spring Security 5, Spring 5, and Spring 5 with security is very secure. It's very nice and secure. So right now, I'm actually using an encoder to encode your password authentication. And the update in here is that in login, the database will only accept an encrypted password. So what is like the security advantage of this is that if I'm like deploying this application in a team of developers, and you have developers looking into a database of working with a project of customer user accounts, even if they can look into the database, they will have no idea what the password is of the user accounts. And how does that work? Like pretty much like every time a data is inserted into the database, the password over here is encoded and encrypted. And over here, you have your account. So unencrypted passwords just doesn't work in the application. It will throw an error. So like I just patched this project, put it together. So right now, and I'm also doing some other things like using single sign-on and we'll just go run through the base. Um, so you see here, like I'm also using enable auth 2 client. So this would be like SSO, and I'm actually using like other major social media plugins for this project. And I'm going to be doing some heavy analysis, data analytics, stuff like that. Don't let names scare you. data analytics is not necessarily related to Cambridge or anything like that. So here we go. So this is a login page. Now I'm enabling 3 separate login. Now you can log in with a another account, or you can log in with your email. So pretty much that's what it is. And if I just test the new authentication. So right here I have an encrypted password in an account. So and then I'll have I'll submit this. It'll go through login procedure, and if I don't catch any breakpoints, it should just take me straight to login, right? Okay, so yeah. Okay, there we go. Login is done. I can go anywhere. Account index. There it is. Pretty cool. Okay, all right. So a lot of development left, but definitely moving forward. Definitely pushing it. All right.